Hello and welcome back to my channel, My Haunted Kids. My name is Stephanie, and today we are not going to be talking to one of my dolls. We are going to be talking to a spirit that I have wanted to connect with for a few years now and never have. I want to put a disclaimer out because I feel this might be a little controversial. The spirit I'm looking to connect with today is the spirit of the serial killer Aileen Wuornos. I do not want anybody to think that I glorify serial killers, that I condone her actions in any way, shape, or form, or that I am not sensitive to the families who lost loved ones to her. She had a very hard life. During her trial, it came out the psychologists or psychiatrists, whoever had examined her, concluded that she had borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder, and she was not fit to stand trial. However, she did, and she was ultimately put to death. Aileen grew up in Michigan, and she eventually ended up in Florida, where she went on to murder her victims. Her mother was a teenager when she got married. Her father was also very young, and she gave birth to her brother and Aileen while she was a teen. And her father was not in her life. He was a child predator and was in jail and ultimately died in prison. Aileen ended up being adopted by her grandparents, whom I've heard different things about. According to her best friend, Aileen loved her grandmother, but on other accounts, both of her grandmother was an alcoholic and both of her grandparents were abusive. So there's a lot of different information, but I wanted to connect with her today and not talk to her about the crimes and the murders that she committed, but more so her life. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous because anytime I've seen people connect with her through like a ghost hunting show, she's been pretty aggressive, rightfully so. Those shows tend to provoke spirit, and I don't agree with that, nor do I want to provoke. I simply am coming out of a place of, or out of a place of. Let's get into it. I am looking to speak with one person, one spirit, and one spirit alone. I'm looking to speak with Aileen Wuornos. I was trying to connect with her through meditation before, and I felt like I had. So I wanted to come down and record because I didn't want to lose that connection. I am not sure if she's going to come through today, but I want to try and see. Again, I'm looking to speak with Aileen Wuornos. And only Aileen Wuornos. Aileen, are you here? If you are here, can you please say your name so I know that you're here? I want you to know that I only come at a place of love. I don't come from a place of judgment. I would like to talk to you just about your life. Not about the murders, not about any crimes, only your life and who you were as a person. I'm going to ask again. Aileen, are you here? Yes, I heard that. Thank you. Can you, so that I know that I'm speaking with you and not somebody else, can you tell me what your middle name is? Aileen, what was your middle name? Aileen, as I told you before, but I'm telling you again, I am recording this. And as I said before, and I'll say again, my name is Stephanie. Aileen, for confirmation, can you tell us where you grew up? What state did you grow up in? Aileen? Again, I'm looking to speak with Aileen Wuornos and only Aileen Wuornos. Aileen, I was watching something where your best friend was giving an interview. What? Can you tell me what your best friend's name was? I think I heard it, but I'm not sure. Dawn, yes. I think that was it. Do you visit your best friend Dawn? Do you miss her? Do you have anything that you want to say to Dawn?
No. What?
And again, I'm looking to speak with Aileen Wuornos and only Aileen Wuornos, nobody else. Thank you for coming to speak with us today, Aileen. Aileen, in the interview that Dawn gave, she said that you really loved your grandma. Is that true? Did you love your grandma?
Oh.
I think I heard yes. She's dead. Yes, she passed away. Are you with your grandmother? Can you tell me what your grandmother's name was? Aileen, how did you feel about your grandfather? I thought I heard said pretty girl.
Fine.
Her grandmother ended up passing away, and when she was a teenager, and her grandfather ended up kicking her out of her house, and she ended up living in the woods as a teenager. I also want to mention, unfortunately, as a young teen, in the documentary that I watched with her best friend Dawn, her count in terms of age and things are a little different than what I've read online, but ultimately she was raped by somebody in her neighborhood, an older man, and ended up pregnant. She was forced to go live at a home for unwed mothers, and she gave birth and had to give up her son for adoption. She was either like 12 or 14. Aileen, can you tell us, what did you name your son when he was born?
Oh.
So Aileen named her son after her brother Keith, and they shared a name. It was by adoption, so he probably doesn't have the same name, and nobody knows who he is now. He's probably unaware of who his mother was. Aileen, how did you feel about your brother Keith? Are you with him now? Yes, I only want to speak with Aileen, nobody else. Aileen, I want to ask you about your girlfriend, Tyria Moore. Do you love Tyria? Do you still love Tyria? Yes, thank you. Is there anything that you want to say to Tyria? Any messages for her? Something love. Aileen, can I please ask you, how do you feel about everything that went down with Tyria? Do you have a comment? I'm only looking to speak with Aileen. Thief. Ultimately, Tyria Moore took the stand against Aileen. Aileen ended up turning herself in because of her love for Tyria. She didn't want Tyria to take the blame for something that she did. However, it is believed that Tyria at least participated or knew about several of the murders. Aileen, I want to ask you about your favorite bar that you used to visit. What was the name of the favorite bar that you used to visit? Aileen used to hang out at this bar called The Last Resort. And I believe that's where she ultimately was arrested. What did you like about The Last Resort bar, Aileen? It is said that she still visits the bar her energy is around. Aileen, can I ask you, when you were on death row, what was it like to face your own mortality? Were you at peace with dying? Aileen, I want to ask you 2 more questions. Did drinking play a big role in your behavior? Drinking alcohol? I thought yeah. Aileen, I want to ask you just one more question. Are you at peace? Are you at peace? Aileen, I want to thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it. I do. Is there anything anything else that you want to say? Any other words that you would like people to know? All right, I will say goodbye then. Aileen, thank you so much.
You.
I did hear some responses. I'd like to go back as always and listen with headphones and see what I got. I'm very curious and I hope I got some good responses. The energy is getting really heavy, so that's ultimately why I wanted to end the session, because physically I'm starting to feel it in my body. As always, let me know what you think, what you thought, what you heard. Always, thank you so much for watching.